Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is another process video for Festive Friday where we're going to use this one, and there's my inspiration that I am going to do. Now, I will talk about a few things. So the inspiration for Festive Friday is Girl Scout Week. I am using blue, green, silver, birthday sentiments, and like a badge style, which is our banners. So in my inspiration pin, which is off of Pinterest, and it is from, I don't know, let me see. I will link to Pinterest, but let me see if I click on it while we're talking here. Okay, so it is by, it's called Celebrate by Nancy Burke. She did it for Scraptastic Club. And so I am going to link the Pinterest post down below. And she had banners, all of this kind of stuff. And it is literally for her a birthday layout. And so what I am going to do is that I picked out my Close to My Heart. This is available from now until the end of February. So February 29th is the very last time you can get this. And I'll link all of the products that I use down below, along with Festive Friday's blog and the Pinterest pin for this particular layout. And I am using Celebrate this, and that is what I am using for my collection from Close to My Heart. And I do use the mixed in collection as well, and it's got a birthday themed to it. So I've got a bunch of flowers, my leaves, there's flowers that are blue, there are sentiments like balloons and that kind of stuff that is blue based, and then there's this greenish, tealish color that I'm using throughout as well. So it's got banners going vertical, and then I've got things that are horizontal on it. And there's flowers and all of this from the Pinterest post. So the pictures. The pictures are of, on my birthday, on my 35th birthday, I went to Greece with a couple of my girlfriends while I was stationed in Germany. And this guy, on my birthday, it ended up being on a Sunday, and we were flying back on my birthday because the way it worked out is with my husband and stuff on when he could be able to watch my daughter and this, that, and the other. I had to go off of his schedule at that point. And so I actually flew back on my birthday, but we had time before we had to fly back into Germany. We had time in the morning. So we actually watched the chain of command change at the Capitol because we were right down from the Capitol. But this dude was standing right outside by one of the waterfalls that was in the town center for Athens, Greece. And I just was like, you know what? We're going to take some photos. I love this area. He gave me a flower, and I dropped some euro for him and call it a day. But one of the photos is a little bit back and the other one is really close. So you will see that I put some tissue paper and all of that kind of stuff down on it, and then kind of, be able to work with that and my big title, like how she has in the Pinterest board inspiration that I'm using. At first I was going to use Celebrate, and then I decided to turn this banner or this sticker into like a banner type. And that's pretty much how I'm using that. Now, I don't really have a badge because this one didn't have one. But I thought, a badge can be in all different sizes. But I know that it's a girl, or because it's Girl Scouts. So I know that it doesn't have exactly that. So I am video chatting with Scrapping Amy while I was doing this. And so you'll see me lift up every once in a while. Now, I did get out pasties, putting on the glitz. The Shimmers paints have turned pasties into Dazzlers, but this is the older version of it. So you can still get putting on the glitz. It's just the Dazzlers and not a pasties anymore. I'm still trying to use up some old stuff. And literally what I have on my spatula is all I've got left of this one. And here I put in the slow-mo of kind of what it looked like. Just the shimmer in the spots that I placed it in. And then we'll speed up just a little bit here. All right, now we're back to it being sped up. Now, I was playing my Netflix and it stopped, so I had to switch it out because I was scrapbooking with Amy for a little bit and then she had to go, and so then I went back to, scrapbooking myself. And I'm watching You, the second season on Netflix. I know that I will be binge watching the rest of that for today while I'm watching that because I'm on my last break before spring break. So the whole month of March, I have no days off. We're going 5 days a week, all week long. So at school wise, I took advantage of having today off, or having President's Day off, and binged watched. I got all of my chores done for the week. I didn't even go into the exchange, which normally on my 4-day weekends I tend to go in, or 3 days. I tend to go in and do all of my hours with my other part-time job. And I was like, nope, today I stayed home. I'm scrapbooking. I'm binge watching what I want and just pushing out tons of videos. Now, I am placing down all of these little bits and bobs that I love, and I did get out some different vellums and that kind of stuff. So in the pinned inspiration, she's only got two different types, and then along with that, she did do some stitching and whatnot, and I decided not to do any of that. I did a black border. I added an extra banner, so there's 3 banners going down. And I love the way this turns out. It's still perfect. I love how I attached everything. I love how it looks. It's just right. And I'm not going to daddle on this or anything like that or do any journaling because of this, because I have already talked about my 35th birthday in a different layout a good couple years ago. I'm just coming back, and like I said, I am working on getting all of my start projects done, along with just throwing in all of my other everyday normal stuff that I do for like my daughter's albums and my son's albums. I do have some that I can finally scrapbook for him to add to finally his album. I'm just waiting for a couple collections to come in so that I have some boyish tones, because right now I don't have any. And by all means, that boy is used to having pink and yellows and all of those oddball colors on his layouts, but because Pink for Studio has a boy collection that's coming out, I was like, you know what, I'm going to use that. And I do have the Case of the Blahs as well, which will match. I just don't have a lot of it left, and that's why I'm waiting for this new collection, which I think is super cool or something like that, and that's what I'm going to use for my son's pictures that I have of him. Now, I'm now doing a lot of sticking down, embellishing all of this. I left this side in because I wanted to just show you kind of how I placed everything while I was working through my process. I was like, you know what? I haven't filmed this part of it in a while, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that for you guys. So here I am. I'm placing all of this down. I do trim, and I get some of this stuff in there, and I love the black tones that I added. Now, I will tell you this. I do see some of my dimensionals through the vellum that Close to My Heart has, and I'm okay with it. I wish I didn't see all of it, but I did not want to put it on just to glue it down and not have that dimension, so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with seeing some of the dimension on it. Like, as you're seeing me place down these hearts and these stars on here, you do see the embellishment, but in the dimensional, but it's okay because it's white and it just matches a little bit of the other stuff. You can in person actually see that I did put vellum, like the vellum pieces on it, and make it work. Now here I am, I'm placing all of this down. I do decide to back all this up on some foam tape, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm making sure that all of this is backed up on some foam tape so that it matches and got some dimension there. This layout is all about dimension. So while we're watching me do some of the dimension or putting dimension and getting some of this tacked down, make sure that you go make sure that you go and check out the blog for Festive Friday. And link down, I always love to see your guys' takes on what we do. And because I am scrapbooking, myself and Kelsey are the only two that do scrapbooking. So we would love to see more of you guys doing some scrapbooking, and make sure that you go check out her as well. I'll link her channel down below, since her and I are part of this as well, and we're the only two that scrapbook. Everybody else does cards, and I love the cards. Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong doing cards. I love that we are a part of Festive Friday to give you guys a different take on this and whatnot. So make sure that you go check her out. Now, off camera, I will tell you this. I do back the word birthday on some foam tape, but I don't make you guys watch me on this. So I will let you finish out with these little bits of embellishments. The still shots are definitely come up. I would love to have you as a subscriber. If you are new, welcome. Hit that subscribe and that like button along with the notification bell so that you can get notified each and every time that I am uploading. I do end with adding a couple of these little bits of sayings on there, and then that is it. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!